much?
A tangle of rope work blocks it up. You can't climb, but I can get us up there. Not a pleasant way to die.
Well, a pleasant way to die, is it?
Almost there. The lift should be freed now.
These beams look fragile. Will they hold?
Would you rather climb?
If it were up to me, I wouldn't be here to begin with. gonna beat the snow. My sisters and I used to have snowball fights all the time. Of course, they always had to win. What about you?
I once went to Cambridge with my mentor, Nicolas Fatio de Didier, to visit his friend Isaac. Now, Mr. Newton is a great scientist, but he and Nicolas did drone on. Looking out the window, I saw white. I went into the courtyard. Snowflakes drifted slowly down. I'd like to say I'm embarrassed to admit this, but I danced in the snow in the courtyard at Cambridge University. Look to me.
Watch it. That harvester switched form.
Physical to spectral. They do that.
Wee shaitan. Time for my solo. Beat it! A harvester. Wonder how many other species of scourge New Eden has in store.
Perish the thought.
Did you feel that?
It's close. You've done quite well. You'll make a passable banisher yet.
Had your doubts, did you?
Don't get cocky. There's always more to learn. Key thing about a scourge?
A scourge is made of many specters merged.
Not always. A harvester, for example, is a scourge born of a single specter. A scourge will always seek a new physical body, often made of different materials. Very poor. Perhaps you'd prefer an easier question? On the nature of a ghost, perhaps?
Ghosts have ties, objects through which they're bound to someone living.
You are the opposite of Charles. Good at the practical, terrible at the academic. I hope it's enough.
Do you hear that?
Over here. A peaceful place. In different times.
Before the nightmare's influence, you mean?
Let's reach the fort and a fire and warm you up.
Picking up something spectral nearby.
Trouble ahead. Specters are attacking the fort.
Seek no ground! Hold fire! That fellow's not dead! I said hold your fire!
Get back up!
Hold there! None in, none out. Not living nor dead.
Name's Red McCraith. I'm obviously a banisher. Open the door there. I've business within.
Your business is, if you'll excuse my articulating the evident, not my business. I have my orders. You can't come in.
I hear you, friend. What's your name?
The name's Andrew White. And you seem a pleasant fellow. I like a Scot, me, but standing here, I'm on duty. And when I'm on duty, I'm not your friend. Listen, mate. Folk in here have problems enough, and I can't be disobeying orders. Either Preese or Pennington would have my guts, and I fancy neither.
Pennington knows me. He'll know I can help.
I'm sure he does. But put one dead man down, and 3 come back next day. Round here, sweet victory fast turns bitter. Bottom line is, the captain is indisposed, and I'll not add your complications to the pile. Now, you want to lend a hand? Mrs. Preese and her party are overdue. You can't miss the outpost, it looks out across the valley. If you could find her, and make sure she doesn't die, you'd surely gain her favor. And favor, as they say, opens doors.
Get in a fight and find your boss and dig her out of whatever hole she's in. All right. I can do that.
They have specter troubles. Let's first clear the nearby nest to relieve the fort, then deal with the missing.
Right. I'll likely be back.
Find our friends, Banisher. Or put them to rest.
I'll try. As soon as I take care of the specter's nest, I'll go looking for the outpost.
Death knocks at their gates. No wonder they won't open.
They don't have a choice. Another attack may overrun them.
The nest might be near. There's a trail to follow in the snow. More coming.
Come and get your breakfast, boys. Kiss for you. Never-ending specters. The fort will run out of powder.
These pests don't spring from nowhere. Think you could take on a ghost? That's the place. Fill in the hole. Bury them all.
That should buy the fort a little time.
Let's hope it's not too late for the famous Mrs. Preese. I wonder how many there are in the fort.
Fewer by the day, I'll wager. Still, better to be inside than out. There's more of them.
Get rid of the other specter first.
A wee Highland kiss for you.
The mountain is awash with specters.
Did the foraging party really come this way?
That would explain why they haven't returned.
feel a draft.
From the invisible.
Help us, please! We have a survivor! Come!
This one's not been dead long.
Let's hope he stays that way.
Did we miss a few?
Stay down! Hurry! She's being overrun! Come on!
From your favorite ghost?
My bolt is shot!
Behind you!
Not today.
Away with you!
Call on me. I love doing that.
A timely arrival. You'll be Haskell's Banishers. Thank you. Thank you both.
You can see me.
Clear as day, just as I can see. This is my husband. I am Helen Preese.
Antea Duarte. This is my partner, Red McGrath.
It is rare that the living can see the lingering dead.
All I know is one day I woke after 7 long years of grief and my Sebastian was back. It was as if my prayers had at last been answered. That was enough for me.
In times of danger, I am duty-bound to protect the woman I love. You understand?
7 years. Why come back now?
It did not feel like 7 years. Suddenly, I felt her pain calling to me.
Divine intervention or otherwise, all that matters is that my dear Sebastian is back. Now, when I need him most.
Andrew White sent us. He thought you might be in trouble. Plainly, you needed your guardian angel.
We needed more than one. Thanks to you, we'll resupply the camp. Matthews and Williams did not die in vain.
This was a risky expedition. But Helen had no choice. If the survivors were to rely on Pennington alone, the fort would have already fallen.
You're well capable of fighting the living, 'tis clear. It was reckless to think you could take on the dead.
We have lost many of our comrades. We measured the risk. It was not reckless.
Pennington did this while monsters relentless besieged the fort. But make no mistake, these men's deaths are on the captain's conscience. If he has one.
How so?
7 years ago, a plague came to New Eden. Pennington quarantined the sick in the mines, walled them up. They were dark times. Hard times. None knew what the morrow would bring. We all lost much. Too much. As second in command, Sebastian volunteered to stay. Walled in with the others, he held out the longest. He died a hero. And now the Forsaken are rising. They demand revenge.
Who would blame them? I watched them die. Soldiers and miners, sick and hungry, begging for help they knew would never come.
Captain Pennington has much blood on his hands.
I'm sorry. You've been through a lot.
We have. We are, and will persist till we prevail.
We should get back to the fort. We will escort you.
A Banisher marched with my father's infantry. Good for morale, he said.
Soldiers usually carry their ghosts with them. War is good for our business.
I take it that's how you met. I know a soldier when I see him fight.
I never worked for the army, but something like that.
We'll come back for you, my friend.
My sympathies.
All of this for 2 miserable powder boxes. How low has Pennington brought us?
If you didn't like him, why did you follow him?
I followed his reputation, but he's no longer the same man.
What would you do in his place?
I'm doing it. He sits behind his walls waiting for them to fall, and I'm out here fighting to live. We're fighting for our lives. The captain is in the way.
These internal conflicts are a risk for the stability of the fort.
A necessary risk for the survival of all. But I agree. This must end. You may leave the crates. I'll send someone back for them.
Yeah, the path should be quiet. We cleared the area of the Spectre's nest.
Well, that's a relief. Follow me. White! Open the gates!
Preese! What are you lot waiting for? Open the gates!
Go talk to Pennington. Make him understand, if you can.
Where can I find him?
He hides in his office. You'll find him there.
Where are the others? Williams and the other chap? May God have mercy on their souls.
Captain Pennington.
No time, no way out. No hope, no way in. No time at all.
Captain Pennington, sir.
Mr. McWraith, you live.
There's work to be done.
Work? You had work. A mission. To bring one last glimmer of hope. To gladden our hearts before the pit takes us all.
You secretive bastards haven't helped.
The job is done. There's no more hope and little enough time. All that remains is the pit. Welcome to the last stand, McWraith. Welcome to the end.
I wouldn't surrender just yet, Captain. I found Helen Preese. We brought supplies.
A waste of effort on both accounts.
Hardly. We saved a life. Resupplied, you may save more.
For the sake of what? For the sake of days, a week perhaps? You've saved no one. You've prolonged the terror. The dead will come. Our throats will feel their bony fingers soon enough. The end is inevitable.
It is if you will not act. You're the officer, take command. Surely you can't intend to do nothing.
You sound like Preese. She has changed. Her return to Fort Jericho has made her impulsive, irrational, quarrelsome. I believe she did not fully grieve her husband's loss. Returning to the scene has, it seems, reopened the wound. It festers. She'll join the lieutenant soon enough. When our defences crumble at the last, the pit shall take us all.
How do things stand, Captain, as you see them?
Little has changed. The dead flood from the mines. We shoot them down and gain respite. Soon, the onslaught begins anew. The clock of our extinction ticks on towards the hour. We may no more defeat the dead than we may vanquish the ocean waves.
Folk have little enough hope, and you're leading them further into the darkness.
I've heard the whispers, the murmurs, the plotting from the shadows. We hold till the last. We resist, till retribution rises from the pit and drags us all to hell.
Well, that's something worth waiting for.
I fail to see the appeal of this slow agony.
How unfortunate. Because thanks to you and the time you bought us, the agony will be all the slower.
Permission to take my leave, Captain.
And if I refuse it?
Are you trying to recruit me, Captain? Do you really think I'd take the King's shilling?
If I were to offer enough shillings, I'm sure of it. I need no new lieutenants. But if you wish, you may stay. This key unlocks the unused watchtower. You'll bill it while you're here.
On the one hand, a captain beaten by the world. On the other, his rival, haunted and mutinous.
In a fort besieged by vengeful specters. We're caught between the hammer and the anvil.
For years, Kate Newsmith believed she did not measure up to her sister. Now she knows that in her kindness, she is at least her sister's equal. Thick skin has paid for her sins. But what of her sister? What will Kate do now? Her people look to her for their future, their protection, their survival.
Banishers, may I have a word?
Helen, something wrong?
Apologies for disturbing your rest. I'm afraid it can't wait. What did you think of the captain?
I saw a different man from the captain we first met. His brains are cracked. I saw a liability.
On that, we agree. But his sullens are an act behind which he may hide his errors.
An act? I don't believe so. He's haunted, perhaps literally.
It matters not. What matters is the price the people here pay for his mistakes. You are banishers. The dead, you'll have noticed, hammer at the gates. I would like you to go into the mines and find out what enrages them so. I would like you to do what the captain will not.
And while we deal with the hordes of angry specters, what shall you be doing?
When the mines are purged, I'll oust Pennington.
Where do we go?
There is a second tunnel into the mines. The entryway was walled shut during the quarantine. Getting there will not be easy, but the barricade should fall without too much difficulty. After that, who knows?
Underground again. Wonderful.
If it soothes you, I too am taking a significant risk. The captain has a penchant for locking people up and leaving them to rot. Some years ago in New Eden town, the captain locked up an innocent woman. A fate I wish to avoid.
We should go.
Then it's agreed. When you're ready, you'll investigate the mines. Take the hoist to the waterfall, near the outpost you first found me. From there, it is not far to the tunnel. Keep your wits and all your luck about you.